Hi students, welcome to Teleclass. I am Vinitha Nair from Muhyiddin School. Today we are going to focus on review writing, specifically restaurant review. Now let's look at the assessment objectives of ESL writing. Communicate information, ideas, opinions clearly, accurately and effectively. Whatever information you are writing should be very precise, accurate and understandable. Organize ideas into coherent paragraphs using a range of appropriate linking devices. When you put your ideas into paragraphs, you should make use of a lot of linking devices. Use a range of grammatical structures and vocabulary accurately and effectively. You should use grammatically correct sentence structures and a wide range of vocabulary. Show control of punctuation and spelling. You should give priority to the punctuation and spelling. Use appropriate register and style. That means the tone or the style means the informal and formal language which you are using depending upon the question. These things need to be taken into account. Now let's discuss ESL reading and writing question number 6. As you all know that question number 6 can be an article, report or a review. Let's consider both the papers, extended and core. In the extended paper, the word count is between 150 to 200 words. 16 marks, 8 marks for the content and 8 marks for the language. The maximum time you need to spend is 20 minutes. Whereas in the core paper, you need to write between 100 and 150 words. 12 marks, 6 for the content and 6 for the language. And you have to use approximately 15 minutes planning and writing this question. Look at the success criteria. In order to be successful, you should understand the style and structure of a review. That means the format of the review. Develop ideas using a wide range of vocabulary and sentence structure. Then write a review consistent with the purpose and audience. Once you have finished, reflect and assess on writing. You have to do self-assessment, and if you need to do further improvement, you should go for it. Now let's look what a review is. Literally, a review is a critical appraisal of a book, play, film, game, concert, product or a place of interest for publication in a magazine or a newspaper. Here, we are giving our opinions after careful analysis. It is important to keep our reader interested from the very beginning till the end. In a review, you can use plenty of ideas, opinions, examples and evidences to support your views. Now, in a review, you can be subjective. So, based on your personal experiences, you can give positive as well as negative comments. This I can explain with an example. Suppose if you and your friend had watched a movie, you two will be having different opinions. For example, here, he is telling this movie is incredible and surely a super hit. The same movie. Okay. So this one is feeling that this movie is good or a super hit, whereas she is telling what a horrible movie, a waste of time. So it's up to you, your personal experiences on the basis of which you can give negative or positive comments. Now, when you write anything, especially ESL paper, you have to concentrate on the content and language part. Content comes relevance and development of ideas. Whatever the question is asked, your writing should fulfill the task. Then development of ideas. You have to elaborate your ideas logically. Then comes language. Under that, range and accuracy. Range means the use of rich and varied vocabulary and sentence structure. Whereas accuracy means the correct use of grammar, spelling, punctuation and organization of the text. Now, the purpose of a restaurant review. Why do you look at a review? To show your approval or disapproval of a restaurant. Suppose you are going out with your family for a dinner to a new restaurant, you will definitely look for some reviews. Maybe in the internet, or even you may ask your friends. In that case, see, a customer usually look at the reviews before finalizing the restaurant. So if the review is good, you will choose that one. If it is not at all good, you may choose another restaurant over it. Now look at the exam type question. You recently visited a restaurant in your locality. Your teacher has asked you to write a review of it for the school magazine. The comments below will give you some ideas. As this is an extended paper, here you can see two prompts. One is a positive comment and the other one is a negative one. In the core paper, it will be 4. 2 positive comments and 2 negative. So here, the food and services were great. The prices were extremely high. Now, in this part, I would like to tell you all that you need to spend some time reading and understanding the question. This is very essential. If in a haste you are writing your review without giving much attention to the question, your content may be totally wrong. So any question, you need to spend some time understanding what the information is asked for. Okay? Then always remember, well begun is half done. Your review should be between 150 to 200 words long. You will receive 8 marks for the content of your review and up to 8 marks for the language used. Now, before you write anything, just imagine yourself inside a restaurant. Make a mind map. This will help you to order your ideas logically. Now, the structure of a review. You should write a title and byline, then introduction, content or body, which has to be written in 2 paragraphs, and finally a conclusion. Now let's look at the introduction in detail. First, give a title and underline it, write byline. Now, when you introduce the topic, try to involve the readers. How can you do that? So when you write your introductory sentence, let it be a catchy sentence, or you can even write a hook. A hook is a dramatic sentence by which you can involve the reader. Now, after you have written your introductory sentence, include the name of the restaurant, its location, the type of the food it is famous for example, Thai food, Chinese, Italian, Indian, continental, like that. Then the reputation it has in the town. Then the term of years the restaurant is in business. So all these details you can include in your first paragraph. Now look at the sample introduction. Fun treats, byline. As an enthusiastic foodie, I always look for delightful dining experience, and with this intention I stepped into Fun Treats with my friends, a newly opened restaurant located in Mali. Even though Fun Treats is fairly new in business, it became the town's best choice for its seafood cuisine. Now here, an introductory sentence and all the details like the name of the restaurant, the location, what food it is famous for, or the signature dish, and how many years it is in the business. All these details are included in the first paragraph. Now, let's look at the content. Here you have to describe the restaurant. Now, settings, decor, both interior and exterior. That means the interior design, the furnishing of the restaurant can be mentioned in your second paragraph. Mention the ambience or atmosphere, the mood or the feel that you get when you are in a particular place. That can be included. Background music, the type of music played in the restaurant, soft, metallic or whatever it is. Special features of the restaurant. Here sometimes in the dining area you can see that some of the restaurants will allow the customers to see the chefs performing. The cooking experience you can just watch and enjoy. Then you can even include the hospitality of the staff, how welcoming the staff is. Now look at this sample paragraph, that is the second paragraph. As we entered the restaurant, we were amazed by the impressive interior with luxurious furnishings. The paintings and sculptures added to the charm and elegance of the dining area. We were greeted and led by one of the friendly waiters to the rooftop, from where we had a perfect view of the sunset, enjoying the soft music played in the background. Here, the description, the interior of the restaurant is mentioned, and then the friendly nature of the staff. Then about the views you can see from the restaurant, also the type of music played. Here you can see plenty of descriptive phrases were used to make it more appealing. Now, as we pass on to the third paragraph, in the content part you can include the details of the menu, the food in the menu, like the whatever options are available, whether there are plenty of options in the menu, or is it limited for vegetarians only, or non-veg is added. So that part you can include in the third paragraph. Then you can write about the staff, whether the staff or the waiters are friendly, then helpful. Then about the service, was the service quick or slow? The quality of the food, whether the food tasted delicious, or was it overcooked? Was it neatly presented to you? And finally, the price of the food, whether it is affordable or expensive, or even the price is low. So you can mention all these aspects in your third paragraph. It's not necessary that you give all positive comments. In some places you can give negative comments as well. Now look at this sample here. The menu offered a wide variety of mouth-watering dishes. We ordered roasted salmon and tuna noodle bowl for the main course, followed by a delicious apple pie served with vanilla ice cream. The service was quick and the food tasted great. However, I found the price quite high but didn't mind, as the food and services were up to our expectations. See, here the positive things are mentioned, along with that one negative aspect is included, that is the price of the food. Now conclusion. Conclusion part is the most important part of your writing, especially in your review writing. So here you need to give opinion about the restaurant, opinion about the services, food, atmosphere and the staff. Okay, so here this one is giving positive comments about the restaurant. Excellent food, most exquisite flavors, then brilliant service and helpful staff. Whereas the comment given by other person is too expensive and poor hospitality, noisy and crowded. So depending upon your personal experiences, you can give your opinions in the final paragraph. Next, you have to include the clientele who enjoy the restaurant. Clientele here means the type of people who would like to go to that particular restaurant. For example, sometimes business people would like to go. Maybe they can have the food and have their business dealings. Then sometimes families, for celebrations they will go, or even friends. So you can include that point, who will be liking or who would like to go to this particular restaurant. Finally, you can give your recommendations with a rating. So here the ratings can be done either by giving stars or by giving a score. 5 stars means outstanding, then excellent, 3 stars means it is good, 3 stars, and then 2 stars means it is satisfactory, and 1 star poor, total poor service. Conclusion. Sample 1. In my opinion, Fun Treats is one of the best restaurants where you can enjoy the delicacies of seafood in a perfect atmosphere with your loved ones. I recommend this restaurant to all seafood lovers as it offers healthy and hearty dining experience. Here you have given your opinion and the recommendation, and who likes this restaurant? The seafood lovers will be liking this restaurant. So all these details are very important. Your opinions, then your recommendations are very important in the final concluding paragraph. Now let's have a recap of what we have learned today. So it is important to involve and engage the reader throughout. From the very beginning till the end, you should create interest. Now, inform, describe, analyze and advise. In the first paragraph, you can inform. Second paragraph, you can give a lot of descriptions. And the concluding paragraph, you can analyze and advise, where you are giving recommendations and opinions. Then, use formal or semi-formal style. The language which you are using should be formal and semi-formal. Then use descriptive phrases. Wherever necessary, you have to use plenty of descriptive phrases or adjectives. Now, include pros and cons. That means not only the positive aspects, you can even include the negative aspects of a restaurant. Be clear, fair, and when you are giving your opinions or review, be honest. Remember to include opinions and recommendations, without which your review is not going to be completed, and this is very important. Now, once you have written your work, completed your work, it is important to proofread your work, because by proofreading only you will come to know what mistakes are done and you can rectify also. Now, another important aspect is managing the time. Sometimes you can see students write 230, 250 words, but what happens is when you are spending too much time on one particular question, you may not be able to complete other exercises. So, managing your time is very important. I hope this lesson has given you some knowledge in detail about the review, and you have benefited from this lesson. Thank you.